Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Storm and I'm doing something a little different. I guess I kind of say this almost every time, but this is a DTIYS that I did from a user on Instagram named Mariah_draws, and it was a cute and fun one. I hadn't been able to draw like finished stuff for a while, at least finished digital stuff for a while at this point because of school, but I was very happy to be able to do this. It was very therapeutic, more or less, to be able to do digital art, a finished digital piece like this. I decided to record myself drawing it, similarly to how I've recorded some other traditional videos. But yeah, it was very fun and very nice to do this. It was a simple DTIYS piece. It was just Aziraphale and Crowley hugging on a blanket. And yeah. And this video is also, as you can tell, it's like almost an hour long, so I hope you guys are getting cozy. Maybe you're drawing yourself. I'll have like music playing in the background. I would do real audio, but I'm watching like stuff while drawing this. And on top of that, I have a cat who sometimes decides to just do whatever the fuck he wants, and it wouldn't make for the most therapeutic of ASMR sessions. On top of that, towards the end, I get interrupted by my sister. So today is my second day of summer, second full day of summer, which is nice. Just the beginnings. So like I've said in the previous video that I'm gonna post, I have lots of plans this summer. I feel like since this video is like an hour long, I feel like I can go a bit more in depth of exactly what I want to do. I have a lot of goals and stuff that I want to do over the summer. I have plans to do commissions soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get that set up for myself soon enough. I want to make myself a portfolio of some kind, either like a card or something else. I'm probably going to be joining Kara, which I've heard has like a portfolio type thing built in. So I might possibly be on there by the time that this video comes out. If I am, feel free to check me out. I'll have the same, well, at least I'll be planning on having the same username as I do for every other account. I'm not going to be leaving Instagram because that's the main reason why people are going to that app, because I feel like I follow too many people that probably aren't going to be using Kara, so I want to keep in touch there. And also, I get a lot of my, I guess, news more or less from Instagram. So I mean, the app is mainly just an art app, so I'll definitely go and check that out and see if I want to make an account. You can also check out any of my other social media below. I don't use Twitter much or at all. I may go back to it at some point, but who knows. I mean, it'll still be down there if you want to look at my past tweets or whatever, but it's not really anything special. So I have plans to go to college for art. I've been told that if I want to apply for college for art, that I should start doing the application process and whatnot a bit early. So like almost like a month, like 6+ months in advance before the actual year, the college year starts. So I'll probably be looking into that over the summer. I have a few videos planned. I want to do a video with my sister, who's also an artist. an artist and video editor. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. We have to figure out what we want to do. And then again, I have all of these Rev AUtober things that I want to post. I need to edit them. So I'll be working through those things over the summer. I may just wait until October to post them. I don't know if I'll actually do something like Inktober or anything this year, just because I know it kind of took a lot out of me last year and I wasn't able to finish it, even though I said that I was going to finish regardless, which I kind of end up doing. Technically, there's still 2 pieces that I haven't finished, but it's been so long, it's whatever. I was able to do most of it, and I did flip-flop a bit around prompts. I'll post what I can. I'll probably just wait until October and I'll have all of the videos set up and like a playlist of what I did. Also have, again, I mentioned it previous video, a sketchbook tour that I plan on doing, and I want to start a new sketchbook here soon. I wasn't able to start it yesterday. The first day of the summer like I wanted to, because I had been cleaning my room and rearranging stuff for most of the day, so I wasn't able to find the time to do it. But I may end up doing it today, and I may just wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow's my day where I focus on majority of art, so I'll be able to definitely start then. I also want to make a video of a lot of the art that I've done during the school year, because like school related art projects, because I know I tend to get busy over the school year, and so I don't actually really post a whole lot, and there's a lot of things that I probably missed out on actually posting on Instagram or Twitter or something like that. So going through and doing stuff like that here on YouTube, it sounds like fun. I really like sharing my art, so I don't know if I'll make a video of this, but I want to make a piggy bank out of the many glass bottles that I have. That might just be a personal project for me. I also want to paint my walls, or paint what I can of my walls in my room. They're kind of bland. I only have a single Good Omens art poster up in the corner of my room. So I want to do a bit more decorating, make this room really mine, or at least what I can of mine before I have to leave for college or move out, or we end up finally renovating the house like we've been saying we've been wanting to for the past 3 years now. I also want to do animatics. I have a bunch of animatic sketches that I've done and completed, but I want to finish them up, and I want to make them look nicer, cleaner. So my hope is to work on that too, and at least post some of them. I might not post all of them, because some of them are just for me. But there are a few I want to post, and there is one of particular. I want to do an animatic of a short story that I did and submitted for my school magazine. It didn't get put in, but I still want to do something special for it, because I really like that story, what I wrote for it, and I really worked hard for both the art piece that I did for the story and for the actual story that I wrote. And it's one of the, not the first original story that I've done, but it's the only one that I've really, put myself out there, more or less. I hope to be able to do another short story like that, possibly for this upcoming school year when my school's magazine comes around again. But who knows? I also mentioned this in the previous video, but I have book project type videos I want to make, where basically it's like video essays where I read a book and then I just talk about it. I've make art of the book, and just in general. I like those types of videos. I like when people I don't really watch like book essays or anything like that, but I have watched a few like video essays or where people talk about like movies, mainly like crappy ones, because I think those are always funny. And so I want to make videos like that myself, not necessarily of like the more crappy books or the crappy TV, but I just want to talk about the stuff I read, as well as like getting into reading more, because I don't read as much as I would like to. And so this is kind of me like trying to hold myself accountable. This is me just trying to hold myself accountable, as well as like get myself to read more. Because again, my brain works in a weird way, because I highly doubt that this is normal, where I need to schedule things, like even simple things like time to read. I need to schedule those things, or else I won't do it. Or I'll forget to do it because I'm too busy working on something that I felt like doing at the moment. Mainly art is something that I can do without without needing a schedule. But for things like getting a book to read, or like watching a new TV show, I need to schedule those things for myself, or else I won't do them. Either because they feel too important to just do on a whim, like watching movies, sitting down to watch a movie, or sitting down to read a book, unless it's like assigned to me by a teacher. Like they feel too important to me to just do normally. Like I can watch YouTube videos perfectly fine, without needing a schedule, because I watch those when I work on art. I watch those when I'm bored. But like for movies and stuff, they feel too important. I want to give my full attention to the movie or the piece of media. So I don't watch it on a whim. Because I really want to pay attention to it. Like YouTube videos I can just put on in the background, or like music I can put on in the background. It doesn't need my full attention. I don't feel the need to remember every single YouTube video I watch, but I want to remember all the books I read. I want to remember all the TV shows I watch. So yeah, I have plans to do book project videos, and I also have plans to do something similar with TV shows that I've been meaning to catch up on. It's not going to be as labor intensive as I plan on the book projects being, but it's just like ranking the shows. I want to do a tier list of all the shows that I watched, all the shows and movies that I watched over the summer, because I think it'll be like something that's silly and fun to do. Some of the shows and TV and some of the shows and like movies that I've watched are things I've already watched in the past, but I want to watch it again, so I'm going to. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of have fun this summer. It's gonna be the last summer where I'm free to basically do whatever I want, because I guess after I turn 18, I'll be like, I'll have to do work. I guess I could technically be working now, but who knows? Who knows if I'll get a job this summer? It wasn't something that I was planning on doing, but you know, things may change. I also have like wooden panels that are here at my house, and I want to paint those because I had planned to paint them my Blind Bear AU characters, because there was this one artist that I forget the name of them that had inspired me to like do like wooden panels or like canvas and stuff. And so I instantly wanted to do it myself, but I haven't done it yet, so, hopefully I'll get around to it. There's also some comic work in progresses that I haven't touched in a while that I want to get done. Maybe I'll post them, maybe I won't. And then also, like, in general, there's also some, like, abandoned art work in progresses in my Procreate right now that I would like to start up again. A lot of them I'm not touching ever again, but some of them I might touch up on them again. Give them some new life, maybe redraw them completely. I've been wanting to do art redraws. That's something that I've wanted to do. I know I've been wanting to do is redraw some of my old art. If any of you guys, going back to like the book project thing, if any of you guys have like recommendations for like books or TV shows or movies, I'm 100% willing to take them. I know I won't be able to get through all of them over this summer because so far I already have quite a few, but like for like future reference for when maybe I get some free time over the school year, maybe I'll have more free time over the school year where I can actually plan to watch more TV shows and stuff. So I'll get around to it eventually. I also have some goals for this summer, so I'll read them off. Some of them I already talked about, like doing commissions and creating portfolio. I want to do at least one painting a week, whether it be a gouache painting, acrylic painting, watercolor. I want to paint more, specifically like traditionally, but also like I would love to learn how to paint digitally, like properly paint digitally. I guess what I'm doing for this current art piece is kind of a bit more on the painterly side for like the background and stuff. But yeah, I would love to like paint more. One of the pieces, it was another DIYs. I think it was a something serpent DTIYS. I have a video here up on YouTube where I did a more painterly style, and that was really fun. Like I had fun doing that one. So I'd love to do that again. I also have here read at least 3 books and make video projects on them. I think over these next few months I'll be able to read more than 3 books. I also have plans on catching up on the fanfic and podfics that I haven't been able to listen to. So there's also that. I have plans for that too. I pick a Spanish dialect to learn. I've been learning Spanish over the past 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years now, and I can't say I've gotten very far in those 3 years, especially since the beginning when I was beginning to learn Spanish. I wasn't actually taking it very seriously, at least not as seriously as I am now. Like I took a Spanish class in like my freshman year of high school, and I didn't take it very seriously. And I kind of regret that now because I realize I actually really want to learn the language, mainly because there are people in this fandom, in the Good Omens fandom, that speak Spanish, and I'd love to be able to talk to them in their native language instead of them having to talk to me in English. I don't know. I've always found the thought of like people who don't speak English feeling the need to learn English in order to get out, in order to get up in the world, more or less, because English is like the most dominant language, and I've always found that unfair because I know English is an extremely hard language to learn, especially if your native language isn't like a Romance language that has a lot of similarities between it, or like your language has like different characters to English, doesn't use like the Latin alphabet. So yeah, I've always found it unfair. So I wanna learn Spanish. I also like language learning in general. I'm not really learning any other language besides Spanish at the moment, but there are some languages that I would like to touch up on. Like I think Arabic's a pretty language. I think with learning Spanish, you you're kind of able to also easily learn and pick up on other Romance languages like Italian. Will probably be able to know a bit more Portuguese with knowing Spanish, because those two languages are kind of similar. French, I'm not entirely sure. I know it's a Romance language, but I've also heard that French is really fucking confusing. So there's that. So yeah, those are just some things. And I've heard that if you pick like a dialect that you want to learn, it'll make learning it a lot easier, because you're not learning like 500 different words to say the same thing. You'll just like pick one thing. I've also heard it helps with like sounding more like a native, or sounding more fluent. So, you know, that's something that I've kind of wanted, because I don't know, it's silly of me, I guess, but my biggest fear has been sounding like dumb when I speak in Spanish, or like communicate in Spanish. The last thing I want to do is sound like one of those like know-it-all white people. I'm sure you understand what I'm getting at. Like, that's the last thing I want to sound like, because that's just embarrassing. Like, the only thing that I envy with those types of people is their confidence to be able to say and speak a language with such confidence so wrongly, like so wrong. That's the only thing I really envy from them, because other times I just get secondhand embarrassment. Along with learning a Spanish dialect, I want to keep up a consistent Spanish study habit, because I want to be prepared for Spanish 4 next year. Hopefully, I'll be with people who actually want to learn Spanish, or are not just in the class to mess around. Because that was kind of what my Spanish 3 class was, and it really frustrated me. And I guess it's not, the greatest to take Spanish classes in like a public school, because everyone starts off differently, and also it's public school. But like, it helps me personally, mainly just like the homework we get, like the homework and the constant having to like study stuff helps. And I do feel like I've learned a lot. I know a lot more this year, or now, than I did back when I originally started. I don't think I actually learned a whole lot in my Spanish 3 class, because majority of the time we were doing review, because like, for whatever reason, majority of my class was other freshmen who went from Spanish 1 and 2 in middle school and is now in Spanish 3, which is so dumb, because what they teach in middle school does not line up with what should have been taught for them to be able to succeed in their high school Spanish 3. Like, the kids barely knew their days of the week, which is crazy. They barely knew their days of the week. They barely knew how to say what time it was. Like, they barely knew the present tense. Like, it was very frustrating. I didn't learn nothing in that class, because we did touch up on the preterite, and there was some things that we did end up reviewing that wasn't really taught to me in depth, or to my full understanding back in like Spanish 2, which, I'm thankful for, but majority of it I already knew, and it was rather frustrating to be stuck in Spanish 2 in a Spanish 3 class. Because I was talking to my teacher the other day before school ended, and apparently there was so much that we didn't end up getting to. We didn't end up getting to the imperfect. We didn't end up getting to, I think she mentioned that we were going to touch up on the future. We were going to touch up on commands as well. We never got to any of that. Which is really irritating. But whatever, I guess. Hopefully I'll be able to actually learn a bit more for Spanish 4, and hopefully I'll be able to push myself to learn more grammar, because I also really like grammar in English. I really like grammar. I really like some of the grammar rules, and like the content and stuff. I really like that in English, and so learning it in Spanish, I really like learning it in Spanish as well. I bought a Spanish grammar book a few months back that I'm going to use. I also have this one app called Language Transfer, which I think is really cool because it explains things in a much simpler way than maybe school has. And I think using that in combination with a bunch of other little tips and tricks for myself will really help me get like a full scope of the language. Watch more movies and shows. I have a bunch of writing work in progresses that I'd want to finish. Like fanfics and stuff. Another thing that I don't think I'll post because I don't know, don't feel like it. But it's less of like canon Good Omens stuff, or like Our Flag Means Death and stuff like that, and more of like Reveille stuff for myself. So I might end up posting some of it. I might not post anything at all, who knows. And that's some of my main goals for the summer. And there's probably a lot that's gonna get added on or taken off depending on how I feel. My hope is to make this summer like more or less a memorable one. My goal is to make this summer more or less a memorable one. Hopefully I'll also be able to go out with friends more often, because I was able to go out with friends on graduation day when a bunch of my friends were graduating. A bunch of my school friends were graduating. So hopefully I'll be able to hang out with them more often, because I don't leave my house very often. Oh, I also wish to go to the library, like the public library here in where I live, because I've never been before, and I wanna use it as a place where I can possibly go and work on stuff if I'd like, or use it as a place to check out more books. My hope is that the library will have some books in Spanish that I can read, that isn't like too far out of my league, like too far out of my level, but also isn't literally like too easy to read, because for whatever, that's a hard balance, because for me personally that's kind of a hard balance. I bought one fiction book that's in Spanish. Right now it's currently in my shed at my house because we have a bedbug problem, so it needed to stay outside in like the shed where it gets really hot and stuff, hopefully to kill whatever bugs could possibly be in the books. So that's just gonna stay in there for a week. But I do have the one book here that hasn't been on my bookshelf that I plan on reading on my reading day, which it's a book called Ramble! ! It's a webcomic. It was a webcomic. I've never read it. Apparently it was on Tapas, or is on Tapas. And it looks cute. And so I have plans to read that real soon. And I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. based on its description, where it's like, the description was that it was I'm assuming it's like a high school girl or like college girl, who spends most of her time daydreaming about being a cool magical girl while also trying to juggle her real life, and she also has a crush on another girl, so it's gay, so that's nice. Also, happy Pride Month. I feel like a bit late saying that, like 30 minutes in, but happy Pride Month. I hope everyone has a good month, full of gay and queer and happiness. I hope everyone like enjoys themselves this month. I don't know if I'll be able to go to any sort of parade or anything like that. But I know I'll be quietly enjoying my own pride here at home. I might draw something specific for Pride Month, or I might get too caught up in all of my other project and ideas to be able to do that. But happy Pride to everyone, really. If you guys would like to, make sure you leave down in the comments like some of the things that you've done or you're planning to do for this summer, because I like reading some of the stuff you guys say. I think it's cool. Recently, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but recently, just yesterday, I started cleaning and rearranging my room. My room's already rearranged. I just need to reorganize stuff and also like finish cleaning, like sweeping and stuff, because there's still like some trash in the room, some like extra bits. But my room's it looks so new, and I can actually see my floor, and it's not so like crowded. It doesn't feel so crowded in here anymore, which is really nice. So I think I'm really starting off my summer pretty damn good with the reorganization. All I need to do is like reorganize my art and stuff. Because I have like a rainbow shelf thingy, and it's kind of broken, but I'm still planning on using it because I have nowhere else to put literally anything. But yeah, I've rearranged my room and everything, and it's really nice. I think I might have mentioned this in the previous video, but I got new art supplies. I got 2 new things. I got Caran d'Ache, like art, like water pastels, and I also got Simp Tap Artex markers. I have another paint marker set from Artex, and it works pretty well, but I think the ones that we got were kind of bad, because one of the greens had busted in one of the original packages, which is fine. None of us really cared, which is why we kept it and didn't return it. But I have, hopefully, my hope is that like the white and stuff on the Simp Tap markers won't like be too translucent, because I also have Posca markers, and they're kind of old, so like some of the paint in them is kind of like, it's not the same quality as it was when I got it. But yeah, I'm feeling very optimistic for this summer. Feeling very optimistic. I hope everyone else has like a good summer, or a good, I don't know, good holiday, I guess. I'm kind of running out of things to say, so I guess I can let you guys enjoy the next like 20-ish minutes with music, and if I figure out anything else, I'll pop back in. Here's something. Let me know if you guys like this format, because I might do it. And if I can get it, if I can do this late enough where everyone's asleep, or I can do this like really early in the morning, I could possibly do like an ASMR type session. If that's something you guys would like. I might end up doing it anyway if I can like think of if I can like organize the time to do it, because I've seen those types of videos before and I've watched them. There's this one artist, I think their name is Rin, who's done ASMR sessions like this, or ASMR sessions while on her iPad, and I'm pretty sure we have the same type of screen protector. Mine's a paper-like one, which is really cool. Some other things that I've thought about doing recently is like things that are like more involved with the community, like doing like little art challenges, like something like the 6 fan art challenges, or like, I don't know, draw your guys' OCs or something like that. I think those would be fun. I didn't mention it, but one of the things that I wanted to do was, I mentioned this during the New Year's video. One of the things I wanted to do was post more, and in turn I also kind of wanted to like interact with people more, because I don't do that often. I don't really talk to people a whole lot, real life or online. And I'd like to. I really would like to. I think it'd be fun. I'm just kind of more of an introvert, so it's not like my first instinct to do, more or less. So I don't. But that's something I really want to do. I want to talk to people more, because I always forget how much fun it is to interact with others. I always forget that, and you know, kind of sad, I guess. It always makes me realize how lonely I am when I don't have people to talk to, when the few people that I do talk to aren't available. It kind of hurts, but I also like kind of do it to myself. It's a weird thing. I like being alone, but also I don't like being alone. I like being alone sometimes, but sometimes being alone kind of sucks. You know what I mean? But yeah. One thing I guess I could talk about is the art piece. I haven't really done that. Like I said earlier, it's a DTIYS hosted by Mariah Draws on Instagram. Maria_draws on Instagram. It was a very simple one. It was very cute. So I did my spin on it. And I kind of painted it. I've seen the way some artists have painted, where they like, or render, where they go over their sketch, or they go over their line work a little bit. And I wanted to try that. I wanted to do that. I also had this recent thing from a few months ago, where I started adding direct highlights and stuff to like clothes, or adding like multiple types of shadows to clothes or to faces and stuff like that. And I thought the look was really cool when I did it, so I decided to do it again. And now it's something that I sometimes do. So yeah, I'm adding like the lighting to the characters where they're underneath a tree, and they're very cute together. I enjoyed making the thumbnails for the 2 videos. I really liked how they turned out. One of them I put more effort in than the other one. I put more effort in the birthday video thumbnail than I did really for this one. But anyway, I ended up, because my sister ended up barging into the room, I wasn't able to get the last few minutes of me drawing, so here's all the close-ups. And then I'm also playing the quick speed paint, where I just swipe through. Yeah, I apologize for not being able to get the last few, like 5 minutes. You didn't really miss anything, it was just me detailing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's gonna be a second speed paint playing, and where it has the accurate colors and everything, and then it'll be the final shots. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check me out on everything if you'd like. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.